Man, more points. Are you whole enough to hold? Are you whole enough to hold up, and hold back? You got to be whole enough to hold back your tongue, hold back your emotions. So you see, the goal is not to win battles, it's to win war. I tell kids all the time, don't try to win every battle. Just make sure that you're in position to win the war. First off, the war has already been won. So there's sometimes you can leave unnecessary battles because the war has already been won. Sometimes people want to beckon you into battles, but you already won the war. So walk in your winning. Let's keep going. Hold up, and hold back means hold by definition. I'm gonna give a lot of definitions. It means to grasp, but just don't go and grasp it. Last it. Hold means to carry. Ooh. You got to have, listen, fellas. You got to have broad shoulders to be a husband. People in ministry, you got to have broad shoulders to be in ministry because you got to carry certain burdens. What about those quiet burdens you're carrying? You gotta be able to carry it. And that's why you got to know you're enough versus God's enough. There's certain things, hey fam, when people come to me, boom, put them on God's shoulders. There's some things I can carry. I can carry that. Baby, give me that water. I carry it. I'm not gonna be like, God, can you carry these waters for my wife? No, God, like, man, lazy behind, go out there and carry them waters. And you know how we men do. We trying to carry everything one trip. We capable. But when it comes to certain burdens that I in my man capacity cannot hold, I know who to carry that to. So if I'm held, then I can hold what I'm supposed to hold, and then I'm wise enough to give what God can only hold. Real quickly, grasp, carry, or support with one's hands. Hands mean ability or strength. Another definition is contain or be capable of containing. I contain holding, so I'm capable of holding. I love that. A specific amount. The reason why many of us fail and we don't prevail is because we're carrying things we shouldn't. God has a specific amount, a measure of faith, a measure of grace. When I talk about salvation, we're talking about capabilities. He has a measure that he gives us. Beyond that measure is on you, fam. That's why you got to be able to say, hey, God, what's my specified amount? What's my specific amount for my season right now? What's the specific amount for the specific season right now, God? All right? Man, this is gonna be a great course, man. I'm excited. Y'all got to share this with everybody you know. Get the book, man, because the book is powerful, heavy. It's a heavy book. I'm not saying in literal. I'm talking about spiritually and the healing that it was going to give people. Definition means to remain secure, intact, or in position without breaking or giving way. That means I gotta hold this intact. I gotta remain. I love that word remain. I gotta remain secure. I gotta remain intact. I gotta remain in position. I gotta remain in position as a husband. I have to remain. I don't care what girl comes. I got to remain as a husband. You can't take the husband cap off, fam. You can't take the wife off, fam. So you got to remain. You got to remain so you can stay the same as far as the position you hold. So that you don't break away or give way. Giving away. You're breaking without breaking. So when a woman walks by, your neck don't be breaking. You see what I'm saying? Because you remain in position. Or giving way, falling, or giving away things that your wife's supposed to only have, giving away things that only your children's supposed to have, giving away things that only your husband have. So you remain the same, so everybody that's under you can maintain. It also means be or remain valid or available. That means I remain valid or available. I can hold this position. I'm available as a coach. I'm available as a husband. I'm available as a son of God. I'm available. Next, to have as a privilege or position of responsibility. Holding certain positions, you should look at it as a privilege, not to you, but for your village. Privilege is not privy just to me. It's privy to the village. I'm a privilege to the village. So when I hold a position as a husband, it's a privilege, not for me. I'm not a husband so my wife can cook 14 meals a day for me, so my wife can do whatever what I have is a privilege to the village. It says to have as a mark of a distinction. That's why when you hold a position, you should be distinctive. That man's a husband. That single man is a man of God, following God. That woman is a woman of God. There should be a distinction because of the position you hold. The anointing should show. The favor should show it. The glory of God should show it on your life. When people look at me, they should automatically think that's a real man of God. That I've seen a bunch of emojis by title alone, but that man, I gotta hold it. Everything else I fold it. I don't want the world. I don't want the things. I gotta hold my position because there's a lot of kids listening, a lot of kids watching. So hold means to have as a mark of distinction, to keep under restraint. Hold means that I have self-control. A whole person can control. There are some people that I want to just, you know what I'm saying? Kids be clapping back. Kids don't understand. I got so many jokes for them, but I got to restrain it. Because if I let loose, they'll be in school tomorrow. I might not be. So hold means to keep under restraint, to prevent free expression of. I may be free to express, but I got to be wise as a serpent. In these days, you can't be dumb, yo. You got, the Bible says, be gentle as a dove and wise as a serpent. You just can't be just expressing how you feel online all the time. You got to know, if you look at my social media posts, you ain't seen nothing about nothing. You ain't seen nothing about nothing. I ain't talked about no current events. I'm not expressing that. Not because of financial reason, no, because you got to be wise out here, fam. You can't just be stupid and expressing how you feel all the time. You got to know how to have restraint. Even though I have the freedom of expression. Now, what you're going to get is that gospel from me. What you're going to get is that truth from me. I'll express that. I don't care if they put a whatever to me. I want to express that. But I ain't going to be stupid in expressing how I feel about everything, causing unnecessary back and forth, taking time away from my wife because I gotta clap back with my fingers. To prevent from some action, some things you want to act on, but you got to hold back. You want to act on a relationship right now, but you need to hold back. I know you want to be married right now. I know you want to marry right now, but you got to hold those feelings back. You can't have a tsunami in your spirit. You can't have no storm in your spirit. Your spirit waves tossing to and fro on the walls of your heart because you want some. Never mind, I ain't gonna go that far. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be able to say, hey man, I gotta hold these emotions back. I gotta be responsible. You can't let emotions just keep going. You can't let feelings flood, because when they flood, they'll flood you out. You gotta say, hey man, I gotta hold these feelings back. Yeah, you may want to be married, but do you know how heavy marriage is? Yeah, you want children, but you know how heavy children is? Yeah, you want ministry, but you know how heavy ministry is? Everybody wants to hold the look of a thing, but they don't want to hold the lasting of that thing. Everybody wants to go to Instagram and look like they're holding a marriage, look like they're holding a relationship, look like they're holding a friendship, look like they're holding all these different ships, but there have been torpedoes all through that thing, and what you're witnessing is sinking. So what you see, they got a picture of how it was once they sailed. But then over time, you'll see they wasn't able to prevail. So don't keep looking about how you want to look. You got to let it, do I look like the lasting one? That's why the last shall be first and the first shall be last. You heard me say this many times. The first will be last because they're the first one to get it. They rushed to it. They got it. And the people behind them are envious and jealous. That's why God said don't do that. The comparison is thief of joy. Why? Because the first people got to it first, but then they realized I'm in a hearse now. I'm dying. This thing is killing me. And now they're last. Now they got to repeat it. So all those people that's getting married now, time will reveal if they will complete it. Then all of a sudden they got married 3 years. You were single for 4 years. You were sad for 2 of them. Then realized by the time you got to your 5th year of singleness, they're divorced. But then your man was supposed to come in the 6th year. Your woman was supposed to come in the 6th year. So the last will be first, because when they get there, they've learned from all the first people and learned from how they dealt with it. Now they know how to last because they saw what passed them. Last, you want to be last because last. That's why LaMelo Ball is probably going to have a better career than Lonzo Ball, because he was the last boy. He played against his big brother. He played against the middle brother. And now he's probably going to have a greater career. We talking about basketball, not talking about character. He probably will have a greater basketball life because he was the last boy. He saw a lot. He saw what not to do. It's okay to be last because the last, family. to prevent from some action, to keep back from use, to make liable or accountable or bound to an obligation. So my question to you is, are you whole enough to hold? I hope this part 1 was a blessing to you. Make sure you check out and get the book. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to engage more content, make sure you check out the videos over here. If you want to learn more about the books that I've written or the cards that I've created or ways that you can support and engage with what I do online, make sure you check out the links in the description box below. And if you've been watching this far, you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell, and make sure you leave a comment. I would love to read it and would love to engage and be your coach online. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.